This is the sun that humans will see 5 billion years from now. By this time, the sun's size has expanded over 200 times and is about to completely engulf the Earth. This is the Earth's final fate. The end of the sun's life also means the end of Earth. The sun is currently in the main sequence star phase and has been stably burning for 4,600,000,000 years. In approximately 5 billion years, the hydrogen fuel in the sun's core will be exhausted, nuclear fusion in the core will stop, and there will not be enough energy to maintain gravitational balance, causing the sun's volume to rapidly expand to more than 200 times its current size, entering the red giant phase. The surface temperature will decrease and its color will change from yellow-white to orange-red. During this process, Mercury and Venus will be engulfed by the sun, melting and vaporizing in the high temperatures. Although the Earth is temporarily at the edge of the sun's expansion, due to the dramatic increase in solar radiation, the atmosphere will be stripped away, the oceans will boil and evaporate, and the biosphere will collapse, ultimately becoming a fiery and desolate wasteland. As the thermonuclear reaction periodically becomes imbalanced, the sun will enter a cycle of expansion and contraction for hundreds of millions of years, expanding, the unstable cycle of pulsations during the contraction phase. During this process, the moon is torn apart and disintegrates, and Earth ultimately cannot escape the fate of being consumed by the sun. The Earth's crust melts at a temperature of over 3,800 degrees. The once vibrant blue planet will perish in the solar sea of plasma fire. When the pulsation phase ends, the sun's outer layers gradually separate from the core, forming a brilliantly colored planetary nebula through material ejection, scattering into the universe and becoming the raw material for birthing new stars and planets. The remaining core is compressed into a dense white dwarf under gravitational collapse. The white dwarf relies on the pressure from degenerate electron gas to balance gravity, so it no longer undergoes nuclear fusion, but will still emit residual heat and faint light for trillions of years, until it loses all heat, eventually cooling into a cold, a dark, silent black dwarf. From birth in the collapse of a molecular cloud, to evolving into a white dwarf, and finally extinguishing. This is the life of the sun. The sun's journey towards death is a slow process lasting billions of years. In fact, humans may not have to wait until 5 billion years later. In about 2 billion years, Earth will become uninhabitable because the sun's brightness will increase by about 10% every billion years. This seemingly slow change will have a devastating impact on Earth. At that time, the surface temperature will rise to about 300 degrees Celsius. The oceans will gradually evaporate completely, and the atmosphere will also be constantly stripped away. In this extreme environment, all complex life will face extinction. Unless humanity masters interstellar migration technology before then, the time left for humanity is only about a few billion years.